Greetings, Gemini. This is your May 2017 general reading for those of you who are born in the sign of Gemini. Welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. Your month starts out with Mercury being retrograde. It's retrograde for everybody, but for you, it's in your 11th house, which brings attention to groups and organizations. But as you move through the month, the energies from the planets are going to give more attention to your 6th house, your 12th house, and your 1st house. The full moon around the 10th of the month is going to bring energy and attention to your 6th house, which is the house of your daily routine, your work, your health. It's a good time for you to begin thinking about that diet, for you to begin thinking about creating a better health regimen, or it's also a good time for you to think in terms of your job and what you can do to do a better job of your job. Could be that, or it could be something that you need to be taking care of on a daily basis that you're not, some business that you're not handling. So the full moon brings attention to that. And then Mercury, which is the planet that deals with intelligence, communications, and travels, it moves into your 12th house as the month progresses. The 12th house is your pensive side. It is your side that deals with deep thought. It is your secret place, your inner closet place in your mind. And with Mercury being in your 12th house, that Mercury is going to cause you to think. It's going to be a very intellectual time, so you might find yourself reading more in the way of self-improvement. You might find yourself wondering how you can communicate your ideas, or you might find yourself trying to communicate your ideas, and your ideas might be too deep for the rest of the world to understand. As you move to the ending of your month, of the month of May, you're going to see the new moon is happening in your 1st house. So as I said, the energies for this month move from the 11th house, which is the house of the outside people, the groups, organizations, your goals as well, but it has more to do with groups and organizations, and then it's going to move, the final part of the month moves back into your 1st house. And once again, it's going to give you that energy to pick up where the full moon started you thinking about your daily regimen. The new moon is going to give you the thrust. It's going to give you the energy and the idea, the aha moment to go forward and to work on those self-improvement issues. How the world sees you, how you present yourself to the world. Okay, Gemini, let's look at your tarot reading. It's a general reading, so everything is certainly not going to resonate with everyone, but there are a lot of strong energies coming through here, and they really are worth attending to. They really are worth giving a listen to. For some of you Gemini family members, I see where you're coming out of a place where you felt trapped. You felt as if you could not leave that situation. And I see that you finally did leave that situation. I also see where you're not interested right now in entering into a relationship. There's a relationship being offered to you. There are people trying to talk to you, trying to date you, but that's not where you are right now, Gemini. And the reason why you're not there is because you're coming out of a pain. You're coming out of a loss. You're coming out of some emotional pain. And I do see that. In addition, Gemini, I do see where you really, you're focusing now on your hopes and your dreams. You're focusing now on what you want to achieve in life. How do I get to my goals? How do I make my own dreams come true? And I do want to advise you that there are resources available. There is money coming. There's assistance coming. There's assistance available for you. Some of you are being very, very strongly advised to return to school. Some of you are not. Some of you are being really, really stubborn about, I'm not going back to school, forget about it. Well, The Spirit Guide through this tarot spread in front of me is advising me to tell you that you need to go back to school. You need to move forward. You've taken some loss financially. You've gone through some betrayal financially. You've gone through some experience where someone has left you out in the cold. Someone has left you feeling alone and feeling as wow, like how could they have done that to me? Well, okay, we're going to move forward. I do see as you move forward that you feel as if people have stabbed you in the back. You feel as if your world has ended. Gemini, your world is not over, not at all, because I see some good things. In fact, I see in the not too distant future, I see you getting ready to be celebrated. I see you being respected. I see you coming out of this past and coming into a beautiful future. I see that. I also see in the advice section of your reading, I see where you're being advised by the Spirit Guide that you need to understand that you're the master of your fate. You're the master of your fate. And it seems as if you're kind of like reluctant to accept that, but you are the master of your fate. You can take control of your life and of your situation. And if you do that, I see you come into a place of abundance. I see you come into a place of celebration. I see you come into a place of a happy relationship with yourself and with your significant other. I see a transition that you're about to come out of, but you're going to have to release some things. You have to move forward. I see where the tarot is advising me to tell you that you need to go forward with a plan. Now, here's what you need to understand. You need to follow a plan, a formatted plan. So I don't want you just jumping out there, taking, what some people call a leap of faith, and it really is jumping out ill-prepared. That's what it really is. It's not taking a leap of faith, it's jumping out there ill-prepared. You need a plan, you need a strategy, Gemini, and you need to not go backwards. You need to not go back. Stop going back trying to make something right. Stop going back trying to see what you left behind. Whatever you left behind in yesterday, in yesteryear, leave it in yesteryear and in yesterday. Follow your intuition. Gemini, the Spirit Guide is showing me through this tarot spread that you need to follow your intuition. There is stuff inside of you. There's a voice inside of you speaking to you. There's wisdom that's being shared with you from the Spirit, from your subconscious mind, and you need to follow that intuitive voice. I see that if you do that, if you follow that voice, I see you come into a place once again of abundance. Come into a place once again. There are 2 or 3 areas in your spread where you Geminis, some of you are getting ready to come out of this situation into a beautiful place. I see the beautiful Wheel of Fortune, which I love to see in spreads. The Wheel of Fortune tells me there's some good fortune around you right now. There's some good luck around you, but you're going to have to apply yourself. And you, like I said, you may have to go back to school. You may have to get some further training, whether it's seminars, webinars, whether it's taking a course online, whether it's physically going to a classroom. Whatever you need to do, you need to go back and finish that. Because if you don't do that, if you don't take control, and if you don't follow a pattern, step 1, step 2, step 3, I see where you're going to continue being stressed. I see, though, an end coming to your stressful time. I see an end coming to those sleepless nights. I do see where a masculine energy has given you some bad advice. In fact, I also see where you feel a little bit alone, which is why that center card was indicating that you need to just go it alone. Don't worry about a relationship. Don't look for no love affair right now. This is not the time for that. This is a time for healing. So you need to go forward listening to your own advice. I see where there's a masculine energy and a feminine energy that has gone south. So I'm talking to a few different people out there. I also see where your money has gone out the window. I see some of you Gemini family members, you've lost some of your savings. Some of your savings is gone, and some of it has to do with friends, and some of it has to do with relationships. But I do see money coming back to you, and like I said, I do see the Wheel of Fortune. That card indicates good stuff is returning to you. Good stuff is on the horizon. I do see that. I see where you're going to come to a place of peace. You're going to come to a place of professional peace. In other words, you're going to come to a place of peace. Your future, your end result, your final outcome looks like a place of peace. It looks like a comfortable work environment. It looks like a place where you can thrive and where you can grow. But I do need to give you the caveat, Gemini. The caveat is that you need to slow down. Some of you are moving too fast, and when I say that, I know that it sounds like I'm saying two different things, and I'm not. You need to get up and make something happen for yourself, while at the same time, you need to not be impulsive, irrational. You don't need to be impulsive and irrational. You need to go forward with a plan. I see you making a decision about your future, and I see the decision that you're making is going to be a good decision. I see that you're going to make a right choice for your future. I also am being advised by the Spirit Guide to tell you that you need to go forward and you need to let go of some of those emotional baggage. I know I said that already, and I see it again in a different place, so that means it is certainly a strong energy. I do see a love relationship. You're not interested. I do see I see a female or a feminine energy that has money, and some of you are not interested in her money. Some of you are not interested in her resources. Some of you have paid her no mind, and you're ready to do something for yourself. Excellent. Congratulations. That's a good idea. For some of you, though, who are looking for a masculine energy, this is a general reading, so it covers a number of different types of scenarios. However, for some of you who are looking for a masculine energy, I do see a very capable, very strong, a very charming, a very established masculine energy coming for some of you Geminis. Gemini, this has been your general reading for the month of May. If you'd like to book a private consultation, a private reading with me, please reach out to me through my email, one who sees for you, in the numeral 4, it's a numeral, so it's one who sees number 4, one who sees for you at yahoo.com. I look forward to hearing from you if you'd like to book a private reading. And I also will be talking to you later on in the month with your mid-monthly reading. Look forward to talking with you. Do enjoy the first portion of the month of May. Gemini family members, I'll talk to you very soon.